Must-read: Joseph Marco responds to Liza's remarks about men with abs. The half of Lizcan, Liza Soberano, has become the center of all controversies after she revealed that she's not interested with men who have abs. Her statement captured the netizens' attention, including the famous personalities. Now, in line with this, the hunk actor Joseph Marco was asked about his thoughts regarding Liza's remarks. The actor simply states that it's normal for Liza to say that since she's still young, and that he respects the young actress' statement. He was also asked if he ever felt any discomfort from Liza's statements. He simply replied by saying that he never felt uneasy with her statements. He also stated that he respects the actress' opinions. Joseph Marco will soon be seen in the upcoming soap called The Wildflower. Invite you to watch the video. Surigao quake: death toll climbs to 6. 6 people have died while 108 others were injured after a powerful earthquake struck the island of Mindanao in southern Philippines late Friday, the Office of Civil Defense in Caraga said. 5 of the fatalities have been identified as Robert Iluto Jr., 39. J.M. Arrier, 4. Wilson Lito. Wilfred Aragon Bernal, 66. And Lorenzo Di Guino, 86. 4 of the casualties died due to falling debris. 1 due to heart attack and 1 was hit by a collapsed wall. The 6.7 earthquake occurred at a depth of 10 kilometers and the epicenter was about 13 kilometers east of the city of Surigao, the U.S. Geological Survey reported. Mary Jill Espuerta of the Surigao Provincial Information Office said 90 people are currently receiving treatment at the Caraga Regional Hospital while others have been transferred to other hospitals. Espuerta said damaged buildings have already been closed and people are no longer allowed to go in. Clearing operations have also begun as of Saturday morning. She said Surigao is in need of construction materials for the rebuilding of houses and potable water. Electricity in the province has also been shut down. On Saturday, the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, CAAP, in Surigao has suspended flights going into and out of the city after Friday's powerful quake damaged their runway. For those affected by the Surigao earthquake, you may contact the following hotlines for assistance: PDRRMO Surigao del Norte, 0939-916-9571, 0928-379-2805, 0977-799-3783, CDRRMC Surigao City, 0998-951-2801. Invite you to watch the video. Trump bizarrely accuses media of abusing Ivanka by reporting on her business woes. Donald Trump took time out from playing golf and whining and dining Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe to lash out at the media again, saying they have abused and treated his daughter Ivanka badly. On Saturday, Trump tweeted, "I am so proud of my daughter Ivanka. To be abused and treated so badly by the media, and to still hold her head so high, is truly wonderful." After a series of tweets talking up his day of golf with Abe, Trump once again felt the need to complain about the media, something he is known to do every few days. While the media has offered up several flattering pieces on Ivanka Trump and her husband Jared Kushner, the first daughter was thrust into the headlines this week after multiple retailers announced that they were dropping her luxury lines due to poor sales. Trump responded to press accounts that upscale retailer Nordstrom was dropping Ivanka Trump's merchandise by attacking the retailer on Twitter, writing, "My daughter Ivanka has been treated so unfairly by Nordstrom. She is a great person, always pushing me to do the right thing. Terrible." Report advertisement. The controversy was only exacerbated when Trump senior advisor Kellyanne Conway plugged Ivanka's clothing on Fox News, leading to her being admonished. Responding to Trump's latest media attack, many noted on Twitter that the media was doing its job, reporting on Ivanka Trump's business woes. Sales of Ivanka Trump apparel had slumped at Nordstrom before they cut the line. WSJ reports, sales of Ivanka Trump's line of clothing and shoes at U.S. department store Nordstrom fell by nearly one-third in the past fiscal year, with sharp drops in sales in the weeks before her father Donald Trump was elected president, The Wall Street Journal reported on Saturday. The journal cited internal Nordstrom data as showing sales of Ivanka Trump's products were more than 70% lower in the second, third and fourth week of October compared to the same weeks the previous year. The election was on November 8. Nordstrom announced this week it had decided to stop carrying Ivanka Trump's apparel, prompting President Trump to take to Twitter to defend her. Nordstrom had $14.3 million $19.85 million New Zealand dollars, in sales in the fiscal year that ended in January, down from $20.9 million in the previous year, the Journal reported. Nordstrom spokeswoman Tara Darrow said that the retailer did not provide the Wall Street Journal with data on Ivanka Trump's sales. "We have not and will not share specific sales results numbers related to this brand or any other brand," Darrow said in an email. Major U.S. retailers Sears and Kmart removed 31 Trump home items from their online product offerings this week to focus on more profitable items, a spokesman said on Saturday. The collection includes furniture, lighting, bedding, mirrors and chandeliers. In addition to the president, others in the administration expressed support for Ivanka Trump's business. Senior White House advisor Kellyanne Conway was accused of violating ethics rules after she went on television to urge people to buy Ivanka Trump's products in what she called a free commercial. Republican Jason Chaffetz, chairman of the House of Representatives Oversight Committee, said on Thursday he had asked the Office of Government Ethics to review Conway's comments and recommend disciplinary action against her if warranted. David Usborne, Money and Morality. There were plenty of things to send Donald Trump into a tizzy this week, not least the shutting down of his immigration travel ban by those fools who call themselves judges. Yet, somehow he found time also to aim his Twitter barrels at Nordstrom, a department store chain. I ask you. Even before it booted the fashion and jewelry line that bears the name Ivanka Trump from all its locations, Nordstrom was probably struggling in the president's books. It is based in Seattle. Bad. That's where the federal judge who first put the kibosh on the travel ban sits. It calls itself a luxury shopping destination. Bad too. Trump is for the people, not the elite. Unless they are the ones paying the $200,000 he now charges for them to join his Mar-a-Lago club in Florida. The real sin of Nordstrom was not just to announce that it would no longer stock Ivanka's products, but to dare say that it was ditching them because they weren't selling. Not selling? This is the religion that gets Trump out of bed in the morning. Trump sells bigly, for Pete's sake. In the latter half of his career especially, he discovered the easiest money was to be made not in building and operating things like casinos and resorts himself but just allowing others to slap his name on their projects. And on ties made in China. And steaks. His name, Trump, is a selling elixir, in his mind. Let's not dwell on the flops, like the not-so-lamented Trump airline shuttling folk between Boston, New York and Washington with faux marble basins in the toilets. It literally flopped in 3 years. It's why he's where he is now. He stitched those 5 letters to a presidential candidacy and, hey presto, king of the world. Now he has merchandising power beyond even his wildest dreams. Pictures of him sitting atop Trump Tower sent a pretty compelling message to shoppers. The big desk and pudgy smugness shouts success. But now the images are of him sitting at a desk in the Oval Office no less. Nothing says rabbi more powerfully than a man with his finger on the nuclear button. Everyone in the family gets this. Melania Trump, the missing in action First Lady, last week sued Mail Media, the owner of the Daily Mail, for publishing an article about her which, it alleged, not only damaged her reputation but also her unique, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to launch a broad-based commercial brand at the time of her husband's political ascent. Bully pulpit. It doesn't get more blatant than that, does it? Statements from the First Lady's office the following day said she has no intention of using her public position for personal gain. Is that so? What's Slovenian for kaching? The Trumps are using the White House like the Kardashians used reality TV, to build and vastly expand their overall business enterprises, said Norman Eisen, President Barack Obama's chief ethics counselor. Actually, it does. You knew that was coming. Come Wednesday, the president had taken to Twitter to berate Nordstrom for dumping Ivanka. The company had treated his daughter so unfairly, he blustered. So unfairly. If he has to rely on Twitter to get his message out, maybe he could talk about the unfair treatment of Palestinians, of Syrian refugees by his administration. A president has the bully pulpit, but it's meant for political cajoling, not commercial terrorizing. In another age, the notion of a sitting president singling out a private corporation for his ire, delivered from the White House, would be unthinkable. But this is not another age. Fortunately for Nordstrom, the dip in its share price that followed his tweet didn't last long. But then on Thursday, matters really got out of hand when Kellyanne Conway appeared on a breakfast television program, on Fox News, as it happens, and proceeded to urge America to regather its senses and go buy all things Ivanka at once. "This is just a wonderful line," she offered. "I own some of it. 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, the new home of the shopping channel." Understand, she was taping the interview from the White House briefing room. "Go buy Ivanka stuff is what I would say," Ms. Conway rattled on blithely. "I'm going to give a free commercial here, go buy it today, everybody. You can find it online." It's a wonder there weren't screens behind her counting sales as viewers phoned in their orders. Never mind the NSC. These days it's QVC that matters most in the corridors of the West Wing. The subsequent clobbering of Conway was heard far and wide. It is among the most basic ethics rules out there. Those employed in the executive branch may not use their positions to help friends or family to financial gain. Ever. Well, she had clearly broken that one and possibly several other conflict of interest rules. "Jaw-dropping," said Don Fox, former acting director of the Office of Government Ethics. Even Jason Chaffetz, the Republican chairman of the House Oversight Committee, couldn't quite contain himself, declaring that her comments were wrong, and there's no excuse for it. For a second the White House has sounded almost chastised. "Kellyanne has been counseled and that's all we are going with. She has been counseled on that subject and that's it," Sean Spicer, the president's spokesman, stuttered. But no loss of job or temporary suspension, it appears, which experts of such matters said would be the proper response to what she did. But proper is not an adjective that attaches easily to this presidency. Rather we have whole compendiums of conflict of interest problems. Yes, the president has ceased running the Trump Organization, handing it to his two adult sons. But that doesn't mean it isn't still enriching him. Did you see who's looking to rent office space in Trump Tower? The Department of Defense. Where is the Red Cross to hold its annual ball? At Mar-a-Lago. In all kinds of other ways, the fact of his being president and the pursuit of profit by the Trump Organization collide in eyebrow-raising ways. For instance, the new Trump International Hotel near the White House used to be the main post office and is leased from the General Services Administration. The head of that government body is appointed by him, the president. How convenient. Or how about this? Trump still hasn't released his tax returns. They, in fact, could tells us a lot about his web of business interests and how his being president may be impacting them, especially those involving investments or partnerships in foreign countries. He says he can't release them because the Internal Revenue Service has them under audit. You do not have a valid verification file. Please contact our sales support team to obtain a valid license. He is now the ultimate boss of that agency, so he has that well under control. Trump only has one thing to worry about. The idea of anything with his name on it not selling. So here's further bad news, President. TJ Maxx and Marshalls, not luxury chains, have announced plans to de-emphasize Ivanka's products. Because, you know, no one wants them. Thank you for viewing videos. My channel regularly posts new videos. If you remember registered channels to receive the latest announcements, please. Thanks.